We're in a period where a dramatic shift in human awareness and human consciousness is in the process of taking shape. Some people call it the shift, sometimes I call it the vibrational quickening, but what I've been calling it for 20 years, I called it the truth vibrations, because I came across this awareness that there was a vibrational change in the process of coming, and what it was going to do was act like a spiritual alarm clock, and it was going to wake people up. It was going to wake people up from this slumber, this coma that we've been in for so long, and also that it was going to bring to the surface all that had remained hidden. That the truth was not only coming out, it couldn't be stopped from coming out because this vibrational change was bringing it to the surface. I can see that this is not just happening in Britain, not just happening in America. It's happening all over the world. And we're now at this cusp where we're going from one epoch, one vibrational information epoch, into another one. And this new one is dramatically more expansive, dramatically more enlightened in the level of awareness that we are going to have access to. And the control system, which is a manifestation of this epoch, cannot survive this epoch, and that's why it's doomed. And we're now in the cusp of that change from one kind of world experience into another one. And so it's not going to seem like the control system's going down, because it's going to be throwing everything at us, because it's going to be desperate. There is no way that our children, young people and grandchildren are going to live out their lives, as appears to be the case now, in an Orwellian fascist global state. Changing information is starting to be activated within the Earth grid and, of course, within the human grid. This new information is starting to, for those that open themselves to it, instead of stay closed in density, those that are awakening, this new photon information, this more expanded perception, we're starting to integrate it, and we're starting to get insights from it, because it contains information that hasn't been around in this period we've been through. Now it is, and suddenly it's like, oh, I see it now, oh, I get it now. Why didn't I get it before? Because you're now decoding a totally different level of information that's becoming available, and it's encouraging us, it's pressing us, it's urging us to open to all that is and change the way we perceive the world. What certainly is true is some strange things are happening in the sun. The sun goes through cycles of less activity and more activity, the so-called sunspot cycle, which also produces the solar flares and all that business. And it's kind of quite a predictable cycle of some 11 years, and it goes into a down period, and then another one starts. But what's happening now is that the down period has been bewildering scientists, because the new period, the new sunspot cycle of activity, which will push temperatures up a bit, and these bloody global warmers will go orgasmic when it does, is not becoming active. There is no one alive today, or nearly alive today, who has experienced a down state of sunspot activity of the kind that we've been through in the last few years. Something's changing, and other things about the sun are not reacting as they normally would. But I suspect that when it starts again, and it will, we're going to see some dramatic activity in the sun. And that will impact upon not just the Earth's energy field, it will impact on our consciousness, our awareness, and things will start to speed up. Because this new information construct coming out of the sun is symbolized by Neil Haig and myself as a lion. As the real human being, I symbolize as a lion also. And basically, these truth vibrations are going to dramatically, as we go through these next few years, dramatically affect human perception, human awareness, and human potential as this new information becomes decoded and the awareness potential expands and we access a greater part of all possibility. Another thing these truth vibrations are going to do and are doing is to break that wall that line of troops on the left brain, and we're going to be accessing more and more of our right brain potential. So our creativity, our insight, our ability for what people would call genius today, it's not, it's the natural human state, is going to more and more expand. We're heading in for an incredible time. It might not seem like it like for a few years, like I say, because these people will be battening down the hatches and trying to do everything they can to stop it, but that is what awaits us. So as we are impacted by these truth vibrations, because we open ourselves to them, then we break out of these boxes. My goodness me, I'm seeing people now change dramatically in no time. I was walking through where I was speaking in Santa Fe last year, and this guy walks past me. He'd flown in from Austin, Texas, and he said, 3 months ago, mate, I thought you were mad. Words to that effect. He said, now I get it. And he got it so quick, and we're going to see this happening. People changing dramatically, and also, as I understood 20 years ago, that all that's been hidden, the curtain is being pulled back. And we're in for some shocks. The shocks are going to go on, because what's been going on in this world behind the scenes is nothing like what we think it is. And these truth vibrations, this energetic change, this new epoch of enlightenment and expansion, and people call love and harmony and respect, connection, is going into these dark places, these structures that are held together by low vibrational density, and breaking them up. Not, like a war. It's a new epoch coming. And as the new epoch comes, the energetic change is going to break up the denser structure of society and belief. Because, when you've got a dam of water, it can take a long, long time before the cracks appear. But from the cracks appearing to collapse can be a very, very short time. And already, if you look from this perspective, the cracks are appearing. What we're going to see in the next 10 years is this control system, increasingly as the years pass and these truth vibrations get more powerful, we're going to see this control system come down, because a new awareness is being breathed into this reality, and a control system based on suppression of awareness therefore cannot survive that change.